Hi, I'm Andrew Willis, and we will be reviewing Snyder et al.'s paper, which encompasses how neural inhibition enables selection during language processing. To explore this idea, a model has been created to show how competitive inhibitory dynamics among neurons in the prefrontal network support selection between alternatives. This image shows the VLPFC, which is the ventrolateral prefrontal cortex, which is mainly activated when doing word associations and associations in general. Selection processes that are supported by the left ventrolateral prefrontal cortex. This region is implicated in selection among competing alternatives during language processing. This shows altered activity in individuals who suffer from anxiety. People with anxiety have less GABAergic, which functions to reduce competition between dynamics in prefrontal cortical regions, allowing non winning competitors to compete in the brain longer, ultimately making a choice very hard. In this study, selection retrieval from semantic memory via a verb generation task was fulfilled. Participants were shown a noun and asked to pick the first verb thought of that is associated with the noun. This allows for the selection and retrieval aspects to be quantified and manipulated. So in the task, there was low retrieval demands versus high retrieval demands. An example of this could be scissors are highly associated with the word cut. This is low retrieval demand versus giraffe is only weakly associated with any verb, which is high retrieval demand. They found that retrieval times were much higher in groups which were tested for high retrieval demands, which makes sense because the words aren't very much associated with each other. So, how does competitive inhibition play a role in the response? Competitive inhibition narrows down the group of answer choices, which makes it easier for your brain to make a decision. But it's found that anxiety impairs the selection. As you can see on the graph on the far right, the more anxiety levels that are experienced, the higher it takes or longer it takes for someone to make their mind and choose a response. The selection demand increases when multiple alternative responses are both activated. This creates competition for the response. Resolution is done through the lateral inhibition in the VLPFC layer. These simulate GABAergic interneurons. In conclusion, decision making is very hard. There are so many factors that come into play when making a decision, but in this study, it is found that the VLPFC is responsible for resolving competition and making a decision. But in anxiety, it causes decision making to be a lot harder due to the lack of GABAergic interneurons.